All right, guys. Good morning. Sorry I couldn't be there again today. My son is still a little too sick to go to school, so I'm staying home. But I will be back tomorrow, and we can continue our fun with some great math topics. Here's a quick video for today. This first part is just a little more review on yesterday's, just a little extra practice with finding the slope. So remember, we're not going to write an equation. We're going to find the slope. So this is that. So find the slope like this. Okay, you're going to find the slope. So 1 and 2, I'll do number 1 on the bottom here. So remember, it's y1 minus y2, excuse me, divided by x1 minus x2. Okay, I wrote that kind of close to our numbers there. But yeah, we have 2 points. You got x1, y1, you got x2, you got y2. So just plug them in the formula where they go. So y1 is 2 minus y2 is -4. Don't forget about the negatives. The -4 does not mean it's -4. It is a -4. So please put the minus in there. And then divided by x1, which was 5, minus x2, which is 3. Okay, 2 minus -4 become 2 plus 4. So you get 6. And then 5 minus 3 is 2. And so your slope is 3 when you divide 6 divided by 2. Okay, so you can do problems 1 and 2 at the top, just for some extra practice. Use that formula there. All right. The other page is kind of the newer stuff, but this is actually a pretty good real life application here. All right, learning how to do percents. Okay, you do percents when you go shopping. You know, things it's something's 40% off. You want to get it. You know, figure out how much it is. You know, instead of just waiting for the cash register and then you realize you don't have enough money anyway. So happens to me all the time. Anyway, but using the percentages to figure out numbers. Okay, so we're gonna use this formula. All right, this is kind of a good just general formula to figure out the percentages of numbers. Okay, so you get your percent. You're going to multiply it by the total, and it's going to equal the part or the piece that you want. So depending on the problem, you're going to plug in the numbers. So there's 3 things, right? There's the percent, there's the total, and there's the part. So you got 3 things. I'm going to give you 2 things. You have to find like the other thing. So X. Okay. So like number 1, what is 25% of 400? Well, I have my percent, so 25. I have my total, which is 400. So I want the part. Okay. Key thing I forgot to mention is when you're multiplying or when you're using percentages, it is a fraction of 100. Okay, so when you multiply it, you don't multiply by 25, you multiply by a fraction of 100. 25/25 of 100. So that means the decimal place goes in front. Okay, when you have your percentages, you need to move your decimal 2 spots. So if you have this number 25, the decimal is over here, right? Because it could be like 25.1 or whatever. So you're gonna move it to the left 2 spots because that is the 100 spot. That's a hundredth. Okay, so then you put your decimal right there. Okay, so make sure you put your decimal place in front of the numbers. If it's a single digit percentage, like if it's 8%, okay, way up here, then you take the 8 and you still move it here 2 times. You just put a 0 here. So it's 0.08 that you're going to write down. All right. Just a quick thing that you must do to get the right answer. So in this one, you just simplify. 0.25 times 400. You put that in the calculator, and it turns out to be 100 equals x. So there you go. Okay, 100 is 25% of 400. Number 2, okay? So what percent of 180 is 46.8? So what percent? We don't know what that is, so I'm going to put that x. And then 180 is my total. And then 46.8 is my part. Okay, so I have x times 180. So to solve this equation, I do the opposite of multiplying. So I divide by 180. Cancels out. Divide by 180. Okay, so then I'm left with, I don't know. Let's figure it out, huh? Let's get the calculator. There we go. Okay, good. Let's go. Okay, so 46.8 divided by 180, 0.26. So that is, you take that and then you move the decimal place back to the right. So you have 0.26. So you want to move this to the right twice. So it's 26%. Okay. All right. Last but not least, 40% of what number is 96? So you got 40%. So I'm going to move the decimal place in front. So 0.40 of what number, x, we have no idea what the total is 96. So now do the same kind of thing. Your x is over here. I'm going to divide by 0.40. Divide by 0.40. And you should get a bigger number. Let's see, 96 divided by 0.40, 240. So x equals 240. Okay, that's percentages. Use that formula to your advantage. And then there's some word problems here too. I'll do a couple, then we'll be done. I'll let you finish the page. But look for the key words, right? You have total, and then you have percent. So let's put those in. I got 60%, so it's going to be 0.60. And then a total of 120 students, so times 120 equals X amount of kids. Oops. All right, there we go. X amount of kids who turned in the assignment. So 60% of 120 students. So 0.60, whoops. 0.60 times 120. 72. Okay. We'll do one more. The quarterback completed 55% of his passes, so I got my percent, so 55. But I'm going to move the decimal place in front. If he completed 22 passes, how many total passes did he throw? So we have no idea the total. So I'm going to make that X. But we do know that he had 22 complete passes. Okay, so then 0.55 times X. So you're going to divide by 0.55 on both sides. And you should get X equals, so do that calculator, whoops. 22 divided by 0.5. Enter. Whoops, I accidentally hit a button here. Delete. Damn it. All right, 22 divided by 0.55. Boom, 40. And you're done. Okay? So check it out. Finish the pages. Do some of the homework. Tomorrow I'll have more of the digital citizenship activities. And we can ask some questions. We're going to do some triangle stuff with some area, perimeter, a little circle, circumference to go with that. Okay? All right, have a good day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.